We got another good band up on the charts here today that we're going to review. Halcyon Days is the album. Halcyon Days is the song, and the group is Chagall Guevara. Don't blame me. I didn't name the band. It's not my band. But that has been a mouthful to say. Chagall Guevara, Halcyon Days. Now, I have done in the past, so you can go back and look in the videos, I did a video or two on an artist named Steven Taylor. This band, he's the front man. So it seems, the story goes, and I could be wrong, I'm reading the best I can, but it seems that Steven Taylor made friends with other guys in the Christian music industry who had very successful careers, and they were all deep into their careers, and they all decided to go, let's just start a new band. And they just started over. This time, instead of having a Christian focused band, right, they just started a band by Christians. So their songs talk about, now again, for those of you who heard the last one about, or the one a few bits back about Steven Taylor, he loves satire and sarcasm. So it's poking fun at the events of the day, and subtly just has a little underlying Christian message in it, but it's not overt. I put this in here. They are on my Faith Jams. Oh, by the way, my name is Arnold. This is Faith Jams 24/7. And what we do here is we connect biblical truths to everyday life. And then we wrap them up in people's songs like this so that you can put them into your jams and be fed biblical truths throughout the week. So it astonishes me sometimes where people will go to church, and as soon as they leave the church and get in the car and the car door closes, that's it. I mean, they don't read their Bible, they don't study, they don't until 7 days later where they open that car door, walk into the church, and sit there for an hour or whatever, and then come right back out. Blows my mind. But it happens. And every Christian's on a little different path than everybody else, but we're all on that same narrow path, as long as we're worshiping the one true God. So, with this is a band done by Christians that is focused on satire, making fun of things like ourselves, and they have a really good message here. So, again, all of these guys are super talented. And it says the Rolling Stone magazine gave them like some incredible, crazy rating when they first came out. And hardly, very, very few bands when they first introduced get this high of a rating by Rolling Stone's magazine. And still, they struggled to get traction. But they were that good, right? So here's the band, and song's called Halcyon Days from the Halcyon Days album. It's from 2022, so this is post-COVID, right? So keep that in your mindset, but here we go. Let's give it a listen. I got the words on the screen. Starts with a little soft picking, but don't worry, it gets good.
The riddle of the single strand theory.
Rock with a little rockabilly. Love it. satire, right? Sarcasm. What could he, and you're probably thinking, really, Arnold, this song? Really? I mean, good beat, but what's that have to do with Christ and God and Christianity and faith jams? Welcome to my brain. No, man, there's a lot of references in this song. I'll be honest with you, I don't get it, but I get the overall tune. First of all, you got to understand Halcyon days. The definition of Halcyon days is, simply put, it is a very happy or successful period in your life. Mostly it's in the past, but you're remembering a better or happier day, right? That's a Halcyon day or Halcyon days, where it was a period of time of excess, a period of time of comfort, of being lulled into sin, or into laziness about your faith. And that is where we start getting some crossovers, that underlying tune that goes the other way on the song. Because as he's talking, it's talking about a band that gets drawn out and drawn in and just overwhelmed and excess. And he's seen it in the music industry. He's writing about it. And it happens. Folks, here's the biblical truth. If we don't keep in mind what's number one in our life, then whether you get promoted in your job, whether you get a raise, unexpected windfall, you win the lottery, gotta play, hate that rule. But no matter what happens, if you get fame, fortune, you run for politics, I've often said people who run for office, if they don't know who they are before they get there, they'll never know who they are, because you'll get sucked and pulled in all the different ways. That's what he's talking about. So, how do I tie this in biblically? I love it. God is good. Here we go. Jesus himself said, and he said to him, answering a question of a guy, then the question was, which law is the most important? Referring back to the Mosaic law, the Ten Commandments. You shall love your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. In other words, with everything. This is the greatest and first commandment. And the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. See, Jesus was talking to a wealthy guy, had a lot, and he's asking, but if you boil it all down, what do I really have to do? Simple. Focus on God with everything you got. Everything. And no matter what happens in our lives, no matter what pinnacle of success we succeed, or no matter what pit we fall into, it's all still the same. We have to keep God first, right? That's what Chagall Guevara, Stephen Taylor, and all the guys there, very talented group, that's what they're trying to point out, is that we need to stay focused on what we need to stay focused on, right? Now, in a normal music industry, that's going to be a very funny song. For a Christian, there's an underlying tone, a secret message, if you will, that helps us to stay focused on whom we need to stay focused on. That's the point of Faith Jams, is to help you find music that will bring biblical truths, to be able to put it into real life situations, wrap it up in a really good beat with a really good guitar riff, and blah, blah, blah. And maybe be of interest to you to where you put it on your playlist. Down below, I'm going to have a link to the artist, Chagall Guevara, and this video. You can follow that artist. You can like their songs. You can check out their other songs. They have several albums. Some albums, their first album, way back when, the one that Rolling Stone loved, or the most modern one, which is this one, 2022. Check them out. They're a great group. There's very subtle messages there, but there are still messages that for us Christians mean a lot. So guys, thank you for tuning in. Would you please give us a like, give us a share, give us a comment, give us a subscribe to the channel. You know, I have no preconceived idea of what to comment. So just tell me hi and where you're from. You know, help me understand where my audience is, if there is ever going to be an audience, so to speak. You know, it may just be 10 of us and that's it. But I'm Arnold. This is Faith Jams 24/7, here to help you have good tunes in your ear that support your faith. Hey, y'all, have a great day. God bless.